Hello Aquarius, welcome to the Lynx Tarot. My name's Monica and this reading is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your money, career, and spirit messages reading for September 2022 or the next 30 days. We're jumping right in with the Power of Surrender cards, then we'll do some tarot, more oracle, and we will end with some angel cards. All right, Aquarius, what do we have for you? Oops. Surrender to your soul's path. I like this. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. Awesome. This is a reminder that there is value in every experience that we have. There's always something to learn. Love it. And I like the yellows in this card, the yellows and greens. A little bit of red popping out there. Okay, so this is the Everyday Witch Tarot. See what else we have for Aquarius. Remember to check your other signs, Aquarius. There could be additional messages for you in those readings. Okay. All right, Aquarius. First card out, the Page of Pentacles. Oh, I really like this. There could be a new money-making idea or offer during this time period. Love it. You could be learning something new about your personal finances too. You might be finding that you have an opportunity to invest or that you have some money available to you that you weren't aware of before. Okay, we have the Page of Swords, another page. There's something new here. I feel like you're finding out some good news having to do with money or career. You could be learning something new too. You could be learning something on the job. This could be on-the-job training pertaining to either a new job or a current job, but there's something new that you're doing in your work and there is on-the-job training being offered to you. And I feel like this could be a nice break for you from your daily usual thing that you do. I feel like this could be really refreshing. And then when you get back to work, whether it's a new job or a current job, it's going to be fresh and new. You might have a different position. Advice, we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so make sure you get all the information. There could be more candidates than just you for a certain position. So just make sure that you keep certain things to yourself. You don't want someone else taking your ideas, right? So try not to share too much. Try not to share too much because that could end up hurting you. Like someone could take your ideas and get a position that was really meant for you or could have been yours because someone else is trying to act like you. I don't know why that just came up because I hadn't really thought about that kind of a thing in a while pertaining to myself. But there was a situation in an old job that I had. I don't know why this person was overly focused on me. There really wasn't any competition between us, but she seemed to think that there was. And I noticed she started behaving like I did. Like she started saying things that I used to say, certain expressions, just trying to copy my mannerisms. And it was starting to really freak me out. I was like, wait a minute, like she sounds so unnatural and she sounds like she's trying to copy me. So Aquarius, I think the reason that popped into my head with the Seven of Swords is maybe some of you listening need to be really careful about sharing too much, okay? Because that's how I ended up having that problem with that person. I shared too much with her and she became very jealous. And I didn't think such a thing would happen. I thought what I shared with her was innocent enough, but it triggered her and she already was quite imbalanced. And that's putting it nicely. So just be careful. Just be careful. Just take care of yourself. Watch yourself. Okay, and for your outcome position, we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, this is moving on to something better, moving away from what no longer serves you, but you're also moving on to something better. This is something that there's a lot more hope. There's a lot more hope. I feel like whatever you're walking away from, maybe it worked for a time. Like I said, it's no longer serving you. Maybe it worked for a time. There may have been some disappointments as well along with that. And this is you making a decision to move forward onto something else. All right, so let's go and clarify the Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're moving on to a much better opportunity. Okay, so, wow, another page here. So there's a lot of newness here. The Page of Pentacles is being clarified by the Page of Wands. So I feel like you're making a plan here. This might be a new strategy. The Seven of Swords also has to do with strategy. So this is coming up a couple of times for me right now for your reading, Aquarius. So it's time to form a strategy having to do with money. This could have to do with work, career, your own business if you have your own business. I feel like you're learning something new and fun. You're setting foot on a new path. I feel like this is fresh and new, and it's welcome change. All right, so let's clarify for all these pages. I feel like there's not just in money and career, but there's a lot of newness in your life in many different ways. Maybe one big change will prompt other big changes. For example, like a new job will open you to new connections with new people, if that's for you. If you're happy with your current job, maybe somebody new is being hired. Maybe you have someone new you're collaborating with, or learning something new from someone else, or they're learning from you. Just kind of a new dynamic. Okay, so the Page of Swords is being clarified, by the Sun. So this is the truth coming out, because the Page of Swords, he's holding up that sword, the sword of truth, and also it's protection. Your abundance and your dreams are protected. What's meant for you, you will not lose, okay? Whatever's meant for you will not be taken away from you. You may have to strive for it, take steps toward what's meant for you, take steps toward your goals and your dreams, but it won't be taken from you, okay? What's meant for you is there. God put it there for you to find, okay? All right, the Seven of Swords is being clarified by Judgment. This is your higher calling. The Seven of Swords, Eight of Cups, and the Judgment together is telling me if something is very familiar, something you've dealt with in the past, if it seems like, let me start over. If it seems like something currently is similar to something you dealt with in the past, you need to make that judgment call. Okay, do you want to relearn that lesson that you already learned, but with like a different person or a different situation? Or do you want to listen to that higher calling, right? Because the higher calling provides something happier and better for you, something that's more enriching, and it doesn't involve harsh lessons of the past. It doesn't involve that. You're past that. If you choose to continue to walk past that, like we see here with the Eight of Cups, which is being clarified by the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so assistance is here for you. The Five of Pentacles could have to do with feeling shut out, feeling like there's no help for you, but what it's saying is that there is help. You just have to ask for it. The Eight of Cups, what I'm seeing here is you're walking away from what no longer serves you onto this new journey, and there's light. See, there's light coming from the windows here. There's assistance for you. So this could be in the form of a potential new employer. This could be a loan officer, a real estate agent. There's assistance for you. So it's important to keep in mind, if we just sit there saying nobody cares, nobody will help me, but we haven't even asked, then we can only blame ourselves. Self-blame never feels good. It never is good, right? So know that there is assistance. It's time to speak up. Put your feelers out there. If you're looking for work, put some applications out there. Even if the job description seems like it's over your head or out of your league or whatever, apply anyway. See what it's all about. Get more information. Let that be your strategy. So the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, I see strategy here. I see a big aha moment for you, Aquarius. Like this big truth and reality coming through, and you're like, why didn't I do this before? There's happiness, happy connections. I see in the Sun card. There could be children involved too. Children and pets. Just lots of love and joy. Okay, so this deck here is the Energy and Spirit Oracle. So we're going to clarify further with this deck. Page of Pentacles and Page of Wands. Speaking of animals, it's being clarified by animal totems. If you like numerology, look up 27, and that breaks down to 9. Animal energy and powers. So if you're an animal lover, nature lover, connect to those energies. Spend more time in those energies. Spend more time outdoors. If you can foster animals, whatever you're able to do, these nature energies, animal energies are really going to help you connect to yourself. Animal energy empowers them. So also look up the different spiritual meanings of whatever animals that you connect with. Okay. Page of Swords and the Sun. Oh, it's being clarified by your eternal spirit, 43, and that breaks down to 7. This is a card of change, similar to 5, but this also has to do with just knowing when to, here it says higher self, sacred intuition, knowing when to make that judgment call. Should I speak up to this one person? Should I reach out to this one person? Should I share certain things with this one person or this group of people? Or should I hold this close to the vest, right? So it's your judgment call. Higher self. Tune into your higher self. Know that your intuition is sacred. It's been given to you by God. It's yours. It's just a matter of how you are able to tune into it. For some of you, it could be by being in nature. That could help you tune into your higher self. And your spirit guides and angels. That could be something that really grounds you and helps you to be calm and centered, to be able to receive these messages and receive this guidance along your journey. All right, Aquarius, we have creation. So the 7 of Swords and Judgment is being clarified by creation. Beautiful, 37, and that's another 9. So we have a couple of 9s here. Look up 9 and 99. Soul expression and something new. Yes, because I was talking about something new. We have that with the 3 pages. I think there's more than one thing that is new. Could be a new job, a new friend, and a new house. It could be a new pet or 2 new pets. I'm just trying to think of different things. Lots of new things in your life, and they're all related. Like you may actually work with animals. This could be your full-time job. Maybe you're an animal behaviorist. What just popped into my head right now is someone is a psychology major, and you're thinking of going into animal behavior, which I think will be really exciting. There's a lot you can do with that. I just saw at my vet's office yesterday, they have an animal behaviorist there and dog trainer, and I thought it looked really cool, and I was thinking, gosh, I wish I worked here, just to like be able to be around it and watch, because it looked like so much fun to me. And that would be kind of my thing when it comes to being around animals. Like my thing right now is tarot, and I have my own pets at home, family pets everywhere, animals everywhere. So that's how I connect with animals. But being there, I was like, gosh, I wish that this vet was a family member or something like that, where I could just like come and observe, because it was really, I just felt like I was in my element watching this. I'm not a dog trainer, and I don't think that's something that I could do. I mean, maybe I could. I do love dogs. My point is, for some reason, being around that felt right to me. So whatever it is for you, Aquarius, that feels right, kind of like what I just described, right? It doesn't have to be like with animals or dog training or whatever I was just saying, but that type of feeling where you're like, yeah, I just want to be here in this energy. I like being in this environment. Go with it. Build on that. Do that little exercise. Forgive me, I don't remember what it's called, where you come with an idea, you write it down, you put a circle around it, and you draw lines out of that circle and add different words that come to mind to develop your ideas. So you could do that if you're a writer, if you just need to get your thoughts out, if you just want to get your dreams on paper. But I think that's a really grounding exercise, and I think that will help you here to create what you want in your life. Okay, I feel like that sounded kind of whifty, all that jumping around that I was just doing. So hopefully when I play this video back, it won't sound the way I feel like it did, and hopefully it will help many of you listening. The 8 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles is being clarified by teacher. See? So I was saying ask for help, learning, and a new path. There might be someone you need to reach out to, or that you can reach out to learn something about your new path. This is number 8, which can also symbolize the infinity symbol. Okay? This is how we're all connected, how we're all related. 5 of Pentacles, learning a new path. Part of your new journey may have to do with reaching out to someone. Maybe this is going back to school. Maybe this is taking a certification course. Maybe this is applying for a loan. or filling out an application for a job or apartment or a new house or something like that, and you have someone leading the way, someone lighting that path for you. I like that. There's an important teacher somewhere in your life, and it doesn't have to be formal education necessarily, but I feel like that's what you're walking toward, okay? 8 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and teacher, okay? I feel like this new path that you're on, you're learning something fresh and new, no matter what phase of life you're in. You could be 110 years old watching this reading, and you're learning something new. As long as we are, I was going to say on this earth, but as long as we are souls, you know, we're always learning, we're always evolving. Okay, so this is the wisdom of Tao. You got the way. This is the way. Oh, I love it. You are in the right place at the right time. Stay grounded. Avoid extremes because it could change. Abandon false praise and people will be truthful. See, I was saying that about the 7 of Swords. You know, someone might be admiring you in an envious way and trying to be you in kind of a creepy way. So be careful about that. Avoid extremes because it could change. Abandon false praise and people will be truthful. Okay, that's what I meant. Abandon false praise and people will be truthful. Shun formality and people will be sincere. Forsake cleverness and people will be kind to each other. Okay, so this is about, what I'm getting is like knowing when to speak, when not to speak. You're definitely in the right place at the right time, as this card says. It has to do with how you play your hand, okay? That's what will lead you to your success. All right, so let's wrap this up with a couple angel messages. This is the Love Angel Oracle deck. Okay. We have anticipation. Awesome. When thinking about life, remember this: no amount of guilt can solve the past, and no amount of anxiety can change the future. Okay, important thing to keep in mind there. Let's get one more from here. We have metamorphosis. Beautiful. You have to grow from the inside out. None can teach you, none can make you spiritual. Very true, very true. It's about growing from the inside out. Going deep within, listening to your higher self, tuning into your higher self and your own intuition. And when it comes to finding our teachers in life, know that anything and anyone can be our teacher, okay? By observation, by experience, you know, minor interactions, you know, it depends on what we do with these little lessons that come up in life. And also, on the other hand, be careful not to make a big deal out of something that doesn't need to be a big deal, right? That's where the judgment card comes in. Like, do we want to dwell on this person or situation that reminds us of a past person or situation we no longer want in our lives? Or do we want to listen to our higher calling, move forward, learn something new, put ourselves out there and create a beautiful new path, opening up to beautiful new things for ourselves? All right, Aquarius, some deep messages here. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again soon.